and welcome to Working Dragon Mystic, where we discuss real, metaphysical, and occult knowledge so that you can manifest real and tangible results in your life. This week, we're going to be discussing a bone spell. Now, this is going to be a very simple spell, and this particular spell is actually used for uncrossing, breaking curses, hexes, or just banishing things from your life. It's a very versatile, very helpful, and actually very powerful spell. And I've used it for many years now and found great use in it. And we will be talking about that. But first, before we do, I want to kick you over to our newest member of the team so he can give you some information that I always screw up. See you in a second.
Well, hello there, seekers and prospective dabblers alike. I'm sure many of you have likely heard this before, but the Dark Roast Monster here is having me read this before I can go back to what I was doing, so please bear with me. Please consider supporting Drake and everything he is working on by utilizing the YouTube memberships. For each tier of said memberships, you may find that you unlock additional perks, such as private live streams, monthly spell workings, and others. Also, feel free to peruse some of our merchandise on our shop's page. We have t-shirts, towels, mugs, and many other items and garments, each with their own bit of art on them, like the Draconic Rulers and the Dragon's Eye Seal. We also have this one hosting regular live streams on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're one admin I'm thinking of in particular, remember to convert the time zone and set an alarm. At these streams, you can listen in on Drake's latest work, ask him questions, and generally have a decently thought-out discussion. For those looking for a more long-term involvement with the community, others to talk shop with, or peers to learn and develop alongside, please check out our community on Guilded. There, you'll find a variety of different people and different cultures and practices, and in one of the admin's case, a wonderful use of the mute button. I mean, that blonde one just, when he goes on a rant, he just goes, and doesn't stop. I mean, does he ever shut... What? Oh, okay, fine. I'm on topic. For all interested in set, easy-to-follow courses on Magick and its many facets, take a look at Drake's online school on teachable.com. Here, he hosts a steadily growing roster of courses on different topics of magic. If you find that you don't see something that you're looking for, let us know. We'll try to find it or incorporate it in the future. From beginner to learned adept, all should find something that they didn't know prior. Links for everything I've mentioned in the description below.
Okay, thank you for that, Bob. He did a far better job than I have ever done on this channel getting through that information, so thank you for that. Alright, now let's get into this spell. Now, this spell, first thing you're going to need, obviously, is a bone. Now, what I have here is a rib bone. Very simple, rib bone. This is not a cleaned bone. This is a fresh bone. We had ribs, have a bone. Pretty simple. Now, you could also use a chicken bone, and it can be clean, or it can be not. Now, this, like I said, this is just a fresh bone. It's not been cleaned or prepped in any way. I do keep bones on hand for spell work that I do clean, and I do keep them stored. A cleaned bone is going to look a bit more like this. That's a chicken bone that has been fully cleaned. If y'all would like to see a video on how you can clean bones like this in order to store them for spell work, by all means. More often than not, though, people I have found it's just easy to use a fresh bone. Now, when you get your bone and turn on your camera, of course they start making noise outside, don't they? Always. It's a tradition here at Working Dragon Mystic. I think I might stick Bob on them. Anyway, you're going to first off need to know what you're doing the spell for. Now, if you're doing a hex breaking or something like that, you need to literally on one side of your bone, right, break hex, uncrossing, something of those lines. I usually put breaking hex or uncrossing. Those are the two words I use the most, depending on what mood I'm in. Now, on the other side, if I'm breaking a curse or a hex or something, I will put the name of the person to whom is supposed to be cursed. Because the whole idea, we're about to break that son of a gun. We are going to get rid of it. It's going to be a done deal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, let's say you want to do a banishing. Okay, if you're doing a banishing and you know what it is you're trying to banish, you literally would write that on here. So let's say you're having excessive stress in your life. You can literally banish stress by writing stress. Negativity, same thing. Now, when it comes to stress or negativity or any of these daily things, when we banish them, we're banishing the excess of them. We cannot banish them entirely from our lives because they're a natural part of life. They actually help us to grow. But this can help us make them manageable by banishing the excess. Okay, oh God, I can't talk this morning. The excessive stress or the excessive negativity that is affecting us. Okay, that's one way. Now, I actually have need for this spell today, so I'm actually going to be doing this spell, and that's one of the reasons I'm recording this now, because I've had this in my repertoire for a while. Now, when it comes to writing on whether it's a clean bone or a fresh bone, you can use paint. My preferred go-to, Sharpies. They're amazing. I will say don't use your good Sharpies that you use elsewhere if you're using, I keep Sharpies around for spell work because, grease and gunk might get on your Sharpie, and then you don't want to be doing office work with rib-soaked Sharpie. Easy peasy, but I would have no problem using an office Sharpie on a bone that was clean like this. But this one, I would. All right. Now, I actually need to eliminate an annoying person. They have been giving me a lot of trouble, a lot of pains in my rear, and they've also been affecting other individuals in my life because of it. Now, legally, I can't show you whose name I'm going to put on here, so that will be done off camera, but I will go ahead and go outside, and I will show you the second half of this, though. But I'm going to be putting that person's name on there. And as I'm writing it, this is the big one. This is what, as you are writing that person's name, you want to focus on banishing them from your life. Yes, banishing them from your life. This sounds simple, and it really is, but it's very effective. I have taught this to many students, and done correctly, they actually did have individuals spontaneously up and move out of the city within a few days. It's usually not that big of a thing. In my case, I've never noticed that it would force them to up and move, for me personally, but it does stop me from running into them, and it stops us from crossing paths, and it literally has always stopped them from interacting with me in any way in the future after the spell work's done. So I've had great success with this. And let's be honest, we all know those people we'd just rather be rid of. So that's what I'm going to be using this one for. But like I said, if it was a curse or something, you'd just uncrossing, uncursing, unhexing, however you wanted to state it. Different traditions will state it differently, I know. And put the person who you're breaking the curse onto the bone. Now, the second part of the spell, once we've done that and we've put our focus on there, while we're writing, our focus, our intent, everything's going into there. We're charging that up and ready to go, aren't we? Now what you need to do is you need to throw all that emotion, all that frustration, everything you got, into the spell at once in one single solitary point. And how do we do that? We are going to go outside. We are going to set this down. And we are going to take something and we are going to destroy it. We are going to break it. And we are going to break it with force. I usually use either a ritual hammer that represents Malnorn, which I usually keep, or I will use a utility knife. I actually have, my knife is not enchanted, any of that crap. It's just a spellcraft knife that I use. It is a tool like many other things. And I will literally cleave this bone in two. You can also just put it between two rocks and smash it. The concept here is you want to take that force. You want to take that raw primal force that it's going to take to smash it. And you're going to want to push your emotions. You're going to want to push your intent into that as you break it. This is going to further help to cleanse you of everything that's happening. It's going to help you to let go of the spell work. It's going to let you push that intent out. And it's all going to come to one singular cumulative point, which is the bone, and all that energy, all the working will immediately launch out to manifest what it is you're seeking the moment that bone shatters. That is the entire goal. Now, I'll go ahead and get the name written down on this, and I'm going to head outside and shatter this, and if I can get the shot, I'll show that. If not, I'll show you what's left of the bone when I'm done. Alright, see you in a few. Okay, so here I am. I got my bone ready. I'll place that here in front of me. Now, I actually decided to go ahead and use my cane from my dragon magic practice. Many of you know how to staff. This is also the cane many have seen in the dragon magic course at workingdragonmystic.com. This is actually far more appropriate for this particular case, so we will use that. Alright, now again, here's my bone. Hopefully I hit it on the first go and don't look like an idiot. Alright, focus. Alright, that's it. Now, find your leftovers. You may actually have to hit it more than one time. To be honest with you, it's kind of wet out here. I should have brought my plywood working surface out, but I didn't. Live and learn. But as you can see, we got the job done very easily. That's it, we're done. Spell complete. You can either bury this if you wish. I usually just toss it in the trash, or in case if I'm out in the wilderness, out in the woods, I'll just leave it there. See you back inside. Okay, and just like that, spell done, easy peasy. Now, in editing, I'm going to have to see if you could hear what I was saying out there. That's a new action camera for outdoor use that we're trying to get used to. So, I hope the footage works. But just in case. Now, what I did, went out, set it on the ground, put my focus on banishing this person from my life, and utilizing my cane from Dragon Magic, which many of you who have seen the Dragon Magic 101 course have seen this. I smashed it. Now, this could easily have been replaced with a hammer. Had I known the ground was that wet and that soft, I'll be honest with you, I probably would have used my knife, just because having that edge can help, or as I said out there, I do have a hardwood working surface that travels. I would have probably took that out too. But usually that ground's so hard, that's never an issue. But we've had a lot of rain, and it's humid out there already. Forgot humidity, it sucks. But we did get it done, easy peasy. Now, I went ahead and tossed the bone in the garbage because I don't need it. I'm done. That person is gone from my life. End of story. Follow up here. Stay away from them. Don't reach out to them. Don't seek them. Don't troll them on the internet. Don't look at their Facebook. All those things can actually draw them back into your life. Don't do it. They're gone. Walk away. Stay away. It's the best thing you can do. And it's that simple. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you make good use of this particular spell. And if you all are interested in a video showing how I would clean bones if I was going to save them for later spell working, by all means do let me know. And I will look into saving up some bones and filming the next time I actually do need to clean some bones. Now, I will say this though, mind you, when I say clean the bones, I'm cleaning them for preserving for magic. We're not talking like long-term decorative storage or anything like that. That's a completely different process. We're strictly talking about cleaning them so that you can save them for magical uses later. That's it. Okay? So, anyways, like I said, I hope this spell helps you, and I hope you get some use out of it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Or, I hope it inspires you to perhaps tinker with your own spell similar, and I hope you get magnificent results from that as well. So until next time, I'm Drake. This has been Working Dragon Mystic. Take care. Bye-bye.